Welcome back to my channel. I'm glad you made time to join me today. If you are new here, kindly consider subscribing. And to my returning subscribers, welcome back and thank you so much. So fall is upon us and a lot of people are bringing out their heavy, strong, sweet, opulent, over the top fragrances to bear. Today I have some amazing fragrances to share with you. These are the 10 fragrances I believe I'll be wearing or having most use out of them. Unfortunately, I have a lot of my strong, pungent, heavy hitter fragrances back in Ghana, which I regret not bringing some. I, however, have 10 amazing fragrances, which I believe will do absolutely amazing during this fall season. The very first one I have here is called Stash Unspoken by Sarah Jessica Parker. Stash Unspoken is a warm, spicy, woody, floral, frankincense, and sweet smell. It is very warm, very comforting, not overly sweet, a bit woody, a bit incensey, and it gives this amazing fall vibes. The frankincense in this is beautifully blended with the spices, the warm spices and the woods, which make it warm and comforting, and it will be amazing for this fall weather. I can't wait to be wearing it, although I'm left with just like a 5 ml of it because I heavily used it last fall. I heavily used it. I loved it that much. So I think after 1 or 2 wears, I'll be done with this, and I'm just trying to enjoy it whilst it lasts. The next scent I'll be enjoying this fall is Arabians by Montal. It is one of my current favorite perfumes. I enjoy it. It is quite Middle Eastern in nature because it's quite animalic, quite barnyardy, almost fecal. It has some musk, some leather, some wood, some ooze. It's amazing. And that fall weather, that cold will cut through it, make it more beautiful. The dry down has some musk to it, and it makes it so cozy, so sensual, so beautiful, and I'll have a lot of use for it because I love it. It smells so good. It's a bit powdery, a bit, very animalic, almost fecal, but very amazing. So this is one that I'll be enjoying during this season. It's a great fragrance. I believe it's an all-weather sort of fragrance, but for this fall, it's going to be amazing. Still on the strong, pungent, animalic notes, I have one here by Latafa, and this is My Hair Black edition. This is an amazing smoky leather patchouli herbal earthy scent. You need to be in a particular mood to wear this particular fragrance because it is not for everybody. But once you get used to it, it is amazing. For this fall weather, it's going to be one of my fall runners because I love it so much. It is so earthy. It has this incense, slight incense in it. The leather is prominent. The herbs, the earthy vibes, it's so prominent in it. It's amazing. It has this sort of tomato vibes in it, but once you wear it outside, that kind of subsides. That tomato opening, I get it more in the opening, but once it subsides and it settles on your skin, it's so beautiful, and I can't wait. I've been enjoying it anyway, so I can't wait to have more wear out of it this fall. So the next one I'll be pulling out is one by Paris Corner, and this is Taruto Tobacco Vanille, a very popular dupe for Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille. This is a warm, spicy tobacco, cacao, vanilla with some woods, at the base. It's a lovely, aromatic, very warm and very spicy, and you don't need to overspray tobacco vanille. It's an amazing fragrance. A lot of people are used to the scent, which is lovely. To me, it's very fall appropriate, and it's one that, once that air blows by you, you smell it by yourself, people around you smell it, it lasts long, it projects, it's enjoyable. It's a unisex fragrance, so, both sexes enjoy it. I personally love this fragrance. I have a bottle back in Ghana, and I was like, no, I need to get one because fall is approaching and I had to have a new bottle. It's a scent I enjoy, and for this fall weather is going to be amazing. So it's one that I highly recommend if you are looking for an alternative or a cheaper alternative to Tom Ford's tobacco vanilla. It's so nice, and I don't think you'll regret having this in your collection. This next one has been highly compared to Tom Ford's Ombre Leather, and this is Signature by Ben Shimmer. When I compared the two side by side, I really couldn't tell much difference. It's really a good alternative to Tom Ford's Ombre Leather. If you're looking for something, it's quite long lasting. It doesn't project that much, but it stays on you, especially on clothes, for like 7 hours plus. I'm a heavy sprayer, so once I get this on my clothes, I do about 20 sprays and it lasts me the whole day. And this fall weather is going to be amazing for it. This is a 50 ml bottle, and I'm running through it like crazy because I'm like 3/4 of it, it's almost gone. I'm enjoying it every single day. I even layer it with other fragrances, but on its own, it's amazing. So if you're looking for a unisex cheapy Tom Fordish fragrance, please just get yourself Signature by Ben Shimmer. It's going to be wonderful. It works amazingly well for this fall season. So what is Fall Without Autumn Vibes by Maison Margiela? This is a fragrance that was specifically created for this season, and it is absolutely a beauty. You can't go wrong with autumn vibes during the fall season. It's this aromatic, woody, cedar, leafy sort of fragrance. It just gives you 100% fall vibes. It is so warm, so airy, so comforting at the same time. It has the malts, the woods, the cedar, the earthiness, the leaves. It's a beautiful, amazing fall scent, specifically made for the weather. So it's a no-brainer. Once you don't know what to wear, just reach out for autumn vibes, and it will do amazing for you on this fall weather. On a more sweeter note is Jimmy Choo's Illicit. It is this sweet honey sandalwood orange blossom with some ginger. Quite warm, quite cozy, quite spicy, but not overly spicy. So if you are one that prefers the sweeter sort of fragrances, Jimmy Choo Illicit is going to do for you. It's going to do it for you this fall, because it has elements in it which are quite strong, but it's not like in your face kind of strong like other fragrances that I earlier mentioned. This one is sweet. The ginger makes it a bit, it gives it a bit character. It has some character, I would say. Some sweet fragrances are quite boring. They don't have much character, but this particular one has some character. So, and it's also quite airy, caramel, honey, sweet. For those who enjoy sweet fragrances, this is one that will cut through the fall weather and you will enjoy it. People also compliment this fragrance a lot because it's very feminine, sophisticated, classy, without doing too much. So this next one is one that I enjoyed during last fall. It's a cheapie, but very nice. And from the dent of this bottle, you can see that I really, really enjoyed this Adam Levine For Her fragrance. I think I bought the whole set, it was this 100 ml plus another 30 ml, the whole set for like $10, which was ridiculous. And the scent is amazing. I thoroughly enjoyed it during last fall, and I'm pulling it out again. This is a creamy sandalwood, marigold, woods, earthy sort of fragrance. It is actually not a scent that everybody would appreciate, but it has some sort of vintage vibes to it because of the marigold. So it pulls up a bit vintagey. Dry down is this creamy sandalwood with this vanilla and benzoin, which is so enjoyable. For the fall season, this is one you should be looking out for. If you see it anywhere, please pick it up because it is very cheap and very amazing. And it performs so well. Although it is marketed towards women, I think this is quite a unisex fragrance because it's not sweet. There's not much sweetness to it. So men will also really appreciate this scent. I enjoy it, for a lot of seasons, but I think it is most appropriate for the fall because of the intense marigold and the sandalwood. It's often be compared to Tom Ford Santal Blush, so you can just imagine having a scent profile similar to a Tom Ford fragrance for $10. That is amazing. Just try it if you have the opportunity to pick it up. So in line with a vintagey sort of smell, one that I would highly recommend, which I recently chanced upon, is called Kabutane de Graisse. So if you like Adam Levine for hair, you're most likely going to like Kabutane de Graisse, because they all sort of have some vintage twist or vintage vibes to it. This is actually a vintage fragrance because it was launched in 1990, but honestly, to me it is still relevant. I recently chanced upon it and I picked it up for I think around $14, which is amazing. So this is a fragrance known for its peculiar scent because it has something called civet, and this is from the inner glands of the civet cat, so it gives it an animalic twist. So this fragrance is like a floral animalic fragrance, you know. It also has some marks, some woods, some vanilla. It doesn't have a lot of sweetness to it. It is more herbal, green, earthy, animalic, you know, without cat paste, but it's quite pleasant. You don't get, you know, any sort of foul smell from it. It's quite an amazing smell. You don't need to overspray this fragrance because it is so potent, you know. This is an EDT version, but it's so potent, and 4-5 sprays last you the whole day. To me, the animalic and the floral and herbal and green nuances makes it more of a fall scent to me. You can even wear it during the winter because it's quite strong, quite potent, and the fall, you know, cold will just cut through it perfectly. So what is a fragrance list without a Baccarat Rouge-esque form of fragrance in one way or the other in it? This one is called Sienna by Giovanni Lorenzi. F.A. Paris made this. This is supposed to be a dupe of Tiziana Terenzi's Spirito Fiorentino, and it has this Baccarat X vibes with moss, leather, woods, and earthiness to it. It is so perfect for this fall weather. I layered this with virtually every single thing because it's strong, it's quite potent, it lasts the whole day on you. On skin, it does amazing. On clothes, it does amazing. It is sort of you know, like a masculine version of Baccarat Rouge. That is what this one is to me. And for this fall season, I mean, occasionally you would want to just go back to the whole Baccarat, you know, dupes, Baccarat sort of scent. It layers perfectly with everything on its own. It's amazing, and I highly recommend this if you find it. I think this also retails, you know, it's less than $30 or so. I got it a while back, but it's an amazing price and you will enjoy every bit of it, especially if you're looking for something with more oomph than the Baccarat, which is like a little sweeter. This one is a little leathery, mossy, woody, you know, much more masculine. So this is one that I'll be pulling out a lot. You know, I've been enjoying it already and I'll be enjoying it much more. So which fragrances are you pulling out this fall season? These are mine, although I'll be testing other fragrances and using others alongside, you know, because I really can't stick to these ones in particular, but these are the ones I intend using for the most part. And then occasionally I'll just be chipping in 1 or 2 new ones, testing other ones, you know how it goes. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I'm so grateful. If you are new here, kindly consider subscribing. To all my returning subscribers, I say thank you so much. I'm so blessed that you make time to always come back. Thank you, and I'll see you in my next video. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.